This is such a terrible bother. Someone's going to seize the mandate of heaven. This chaos must come to an end soon. And yet, Cao Cao, a man capable of bringing Yuan Shao to his knees. Surely he can see that the Imperial Han has no future left at all.
Master Sima, watch what you say. Show respect.
I am not here with you by my own will. Ignoring such small complaints would be courteous. What a terrible bother this has turned out to be.
Let our numbers overwhelm them. Our target is Sun Quan. Forward!
My lord, the scouts report a strange altar near the enemy camp.
So Wu have resorted to using magic, have they? There must be someone there casting the spell. Find him!
When the gong rings, the ships will move. Use that as a sign to attack the enemy camp. However, the enemy is sure to do the same. You must be wary while afloat.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Master Pang Tong, as you ordered, the ships have been chained together. But if something happens...
Do not worry. Our might will bring victory. But for that victory, we need a sure place to stand.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Hello? You amuse me greatly.
Here it comes. Imbecile. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Die! Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
A true warrior indeed! You will carry our honor across the land! My lord, Zhuge Liang has ascended the altar. He appears to be intoning some kind of prayer. The sleeping dragon? Take some troops and stop him. We shall halt their plan before it starts.
You are alone? I pay tribute to your courage.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Do you believe your wits are a match for mine?
I shall pull back for now, but next time it will not be so easy.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Die! The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Here it comes!
Your efforts are dazzling! You shall see me shine as well. Yes, even brighter than now!
Your vaunted strength is worthless against me.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The plan will fail if I flee now. The fate of this battle is now in your hands.
Let us go and capture the enemy base. It shall be a thing of beauty.
You fight alone? Are you brave or a fool? Let us find out!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We cannot achieve victory if we lose strategic pieces such as our bases. Move to defend them at once. You're by yourself? No. No names. I'll forget you anyway.
Here it comes! The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now, there is only one other thing for me to do.
Here it comes! The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Not yet! My vision is not finished.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The armies of Wu were nothing to fear. Let us celebrate our victory.
Just as I anticipated.
Well done, Sima Yi. I see that your abilities extend even onto the fields of battle. I'm very impressed by that.
Had it been possible, I would have preferred to do my planning from the rear looking at maps. Instead, I used another approach, since some think with their swords, not their heads.
Even they have their uses. That was not the reason that this victory was bought at such a cost. Our opponents fought well. Too well. You were very close to the battle. Did you not find that to be the case?
Too well? Indeed. Yes, I can only conclude that whoever planned this has exceptional talent.
So tell me, do you still find this chaotic world of ours to be dull?
The one behind Liu Bei, the great Zhuge Liang. What other tricks do you have in store? Foolishness! You're saying that the land can survive without the Han or the Emperor?
What good does your knowledge do you? Have you never questioned the antique structures of the past? Take a look back through our history. There are only a few instances when all the land was united under an emperor.
So it is your contention that the need for an emperor comes from the imaginations of the common man?
Men can be ruled by a guiding principle. Let that be what leads them. Then the world would truly change. Sima Yi, will you not join me in remaking this land of ours?
How interesting. I feel as if scales have fallen from my eyes.
They have taken the high ground and put us at a disadvantage. We must take Mount Shaki away from Liu Bei.
Troops of Cao Cao! Watch the advantage experience can bring to a battle! Forward!
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Come on, old man! Are you really in that much of a hurry to die? Your youth and inexperience are as clear as day. You should worry more about yourself. This is going to be a difficult fight. We must take care. Thank you for your help. We barely made it out. I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well.
There's too many enemies running about. Let's go and drive some of them off, okay?
Come and face me if you dare!
You're worthless.
I was beaten by a stronger one. Fortune smiles upon me.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Let's go! Don't leave any of them standing!
Lord Liu Bei is in danger! I shall move to assist him! Hang in there!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The enemy doesn't deserve such a splendid base. What do you say we take it off their hands?
Come! Feel the weight of my spear!
We can't let them pick on us like that!
come. Now that's how it's done. Inspire us all.
I shall remember you. Next time we meet, I will be the one who wins. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
My lord! Enemy reinforcements approaching!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
No enemy can stand before us. Let us press the advance together.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
These guys are kinda strong. Thanks for coming to help me.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I'm so hungry. Let's go home and make something to eat.
We have succeeded in taking back Mount Jockey. Now we can concentrate on attacking.
We shall pull back as planned.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We shall attack Liu Bei and drive Shu out of Hanzhong. Advance on Mount Tiandong.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well! Forward! Take no prisoners!
Cut your way through to the enemy camp! We won't be denied! Fight me now, for glory!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Forward! We must take Hanzhong and establish Lord Liu Bei as king!
For my friends, for my people, for our future, I cannot lose.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Here it comes.
They're even stronger than I thought!
Here it comes.
I have come for your head!
Your words. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Ooh, that's great! I'm gonna try that too! Watch me!
The enemy is very strong! We are being forced back!
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
They're even stronger than I thought! I have come for your head! The men can't take much more. We must fall back to the base!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
We are in a most difficult spot.
I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Enemy warrior appears to be a formidable opponent. I relish the challenge.
They're even stronger than I thought!
Halt the advance. We must wait for the others before we can proceed. I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
I have come for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now we have the advantage. This could turn out well.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Here it comes!
I seek a greater future. Though you may mock it, for the sake of that future I will flee.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Liu Bei is pulling out upon Zhang now. We have claimed victory.
Just as I anticipated.
Master Sima Yi, about this plan you devised, do you think that it will succeed?
Indeed, Master Cao Ren. I am not so capricious as to create a plan that is going to fail.
Then I'll fight to the last. They will pass through our lines over my dead body.
And through this battle I will test my skill. Great warriors have gathered. I'll soon see if I can conquer all my enemies in this battle. Now, onward to Qing! I'll swallow it whole. I will measure my worth by this goal.
Do not let Guan Yu enter Fan Castle. Reinforcements will come. We must hold out until then.
My lord, the enemy is attacking the southern gate.
We're being driven back. We need to try and muster up a counterattack. They're even stronger than I thought!
Men, we must hold them back! It's do or die!
I am so ashamed, but I am glad you came. I have come for your head.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
A number of Shu officers are not content with Guan Yu. When the time is right, they will join our side.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Here it comes. Guan King, head upriver and alter its course so that the water flows towards Fang Castle.
That's the signal Father spoke of. The time is now!
Look! The bank! They've cut through it! The waters have weakened the castle's defenses. Now is our chance to rush the castle.
You're worthless. Using water to gain an advantage. I applaud you, Guan Yu. That is as far as you go.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Your brilliant performance makes me feel alive.
We are in a most difficult spot.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We have received word from our scouts. An unknown force is approaching.
Fight me now, for glory!
Here it comes!
carry our honor across the land.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. We shall repel the forces of Guan Yu.
We shall attack the common enemy of Wei and Wu. Guan Yu must fall.
Our allies have arrived.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
Ambush!
Here it comes!
The enemy wants us to pass your work. That one is the key to turning the tide. Begin pursuit immediately!
Here it comes!
Your work.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Here it comes!
You cannot escape me now! Now fight, imbecile!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
A true warrior indeed! You will carry our honor across the land!
Come for your head!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
blade is the symbol of my duty to the entire army. It shall never fall or be broken.
We have endured the worst. Now it is our turn to attack.
Here it comes. Everyone is fighting well. It seems I must fight harder.
You fought well. I salute you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Guan Yu has fallen. The battle is ours. Our heartfelt thanks go to Wu for their assistance.
Just as I anticipated. I welcome you to this distant country, Lord Cao Pi.
Sima Yi, you have gained my father's trust. But how will you manage? Hanzhong is turbulent, is it not?
It is indeed. But I strive to be guided by the will of your father.
Yes, I see. You must polish every one of your talents, Sima Yi. In battle as well. When the chaos in my father's rule end, I will be depending on you to help me rule this country.
What arrogance. Well, I suppose the same thing might be said of me. Aiding you to help in rebuilding the land. That would be quite interesting. This fire that burns within has grown until I cannot stop it of my own will.
Shu must be taught a lesson. They must never again dare to set foot on this land.
You thought you could do it alone?
I have come for your head.
Here it comes! You would try to catch us between your forces, Zhuge Liang? The mind shall vanquish the sword. Your worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Neither my heart nor my spear have broken. We shall meet again.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Lure them into our trap up front. Let them have the western fortress. This battle will be decided in the center.
Oh, they're even stronger than I thought. I have come for your head. Give it my all. Let's go.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Thank you for coming to our aid.
Fight me now, for glory! Here it
It has come time.
Do it!
A trap! Pull back! No! Go forward! Ah!
You're worthless. You fool! You fell for it. Our enemy cannot move. Finish them off. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Next time will be different.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Such skill! It awakens me! Bravo!
My lord, enemy reinforcements are approaching from the west.
Let's go!
You're worthless.
It took longer than anticipated to cross the mountain. However, we are now in position.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
You have come too far. I cannot lose to an idiot like you.
We cannot do the impossible. Fall back to your base for now.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Charge! Trample any enemy foolish enough to get in our way! Oh, they're even stronger than I thought!
I am surrounded by friends. I shall not lose to one alone. Here it comes. You're worthless.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Shuge Liang, glad you're here. I see you're still playing nursemaid, that fumbling fool.
Yes, and I have gained much from it. But you, do you not tire having to conceal your ambition all the time?
Here it comes!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Here it comes!
They're even stronger than I thought!
You shall pull back as planned.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I seek a greater future. You may mock me. For the sake of that future, I will flee.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
That was easier than I imagined. Time to return home. We are victorious.
Just as I anticipated.
The time has come. There are things that have to be decided between you and Zhuge Liang.
I haven't any interest in the likes of Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang, you don't possess any vision. I can see far beyond the bounds of strategies. Could you ever feel what I feel? The aching need to create a bright and glorious future of your own design?
Master Sima Yi!
I suppose there's no sense in raging at an opponent who has no passion of his own. Let's go. Shu is going to meet its fate today.
We will defeat Liu Bei and put an end to these wars. This will be the final battle. Prepare well.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
We have received reports from all units. The Shu forces are behaving strangely. Here it comes.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Prime Minister, let our arrows pierce way and all who follow it! Split up the men! We'll hit the enemy archers from both sides! They seem to be reading our every move!
My lord, a number of Shu units are setting traps at various bases. We have suffered heavy losses.
So, you are next. I'll crush you.
Thank you for your help. We barely made it.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well! Forward! Take no prisoners! The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Forward! We shall will ourselves to victory in this battle.
Now is the time. Have the reserve troops attack the enemy main camp.
Zhuge Liang is in control of this battle. I have to stop him. What? The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Wei Yan, I do not trust you. You are not to go near our lord. Understand?
It does indeed seem to be an opening that I can use. Here it comes.
Me understand. Zhuge Liang, traitor. Me kill.
What is wrong, Zhuge Liang? I thought Shu was built on trust and friendship. This is the result of your scheming. You have only yourself to blame. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Oh, I underestimated you. But now it is my turn to show you a few things.
Fight me now, for glory!
We can't hold out any longer!
The situation is dire.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Here it comes.
Whoa, good work. Keeping up with you will be a lot of fun.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We're going. Try to keep up.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Devious, aren't they? Impressive.
This base must not be allowed to fall! Send for reinforcements immediately! The enemy is very strong! We are being forced back!
You think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
You're worthless. Stop, Wei Yan. Do not fall for the enemy's tricks. We have to stand with each other.
You may! I see! Sima Yi! Trick me! Me! Kill! Sima Yi!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
None can stand against you!
We may not be able to make it through this.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I challenge you.
Here it comes. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Your efforts are dazzling. You shall see me shine as well. Yes, even brighter than now.
I was prepared for this possibility.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. I am sick of your face. You can die alongside your weak and pathetic lord.
Yes, Lord Liu Bei may be naive, but I would prefer his rule to that of your design. You would prefer not to see my face, then allow me to close your eyes permanently.
Oh, I underestimated. But now it is my turn to show you a good thing.
Fate can sometimes be cruel, can it not?
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well! We cannot allow this enemy to live another day!
Let us go, shall we? I would like to show you the beauty of my skills up close.
I have come for your head!
For my friends, for my people, for our future, I cannot lose.
You're worthless.
The men can't take much more. We must fall back to the base.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
I have lost. Then I beg you, bring peace to the people. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Behold, Liu Bei, I shall guide the land to where it must go. Everybody, the land has long been in chaos, but we have freed it. Victory is ours.
Just as I anticipated.
Cheers for Wayne! Cheers for Wayne! The battle is finished! The chaos has been stilled!
My lord, I offer my congratulations.
We have conquered the enemies that stood in the path of our ultimate victory.
Yes. However, some chaos still lingers. It will take time to dissipate.
There are certain to be those who are not prepared to follow where I would lead them. Sima Yi, you'll be responsible for the West, and you are also to protect Hanzhong.
As my lord commands.
It's as I thought. I had the feeling this would happen, that you would turn against our Lord.
Oh? That's interesting. Have you decided what you'll do?
I have dedicated my entire life to the service of beauty. And I find beauty, Sima Yi, in the way that you fight. I am prepared to serve you. Now, let us hear about the beautiful plan you have made.
And what is your choice? Well, if any of you decide that you'd prefer to part company with me, then observe the only path you'll be taking. To victory! I'll rule this land. It will be held by the one who's worthy to reach out and grasp it. The master of a new age must be strong. Let's move. I must seize my destiny. I remember the days I used to pass this gate. Tear it down, along with the minions.
Come for your head!
Here it comes! The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Your prowess is undeniable, simply remarkable.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
We have passed the first stage. Now forward, through the gate and into the enemy. The mind shall vanquish the sword. So this is the final gate. A new age awaits us on the other side. We must break through.
Beaten in battle, I have no regrets.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Well, forgive me then, my fair city. This must be done to vanquish the chaos. For that greater purpose, let these flames raise your fair walls.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
None can stand against you!
You can't just leave a base unmanned. Fortify the defenses of any that are in danger of falling.
If it's a fight you want, then you've come to the right place.
Here it comes, your worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
This is going to be a difficult fight. We must take care.
I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
Cao Cao, you are full of surprises. Not that I would have expected anything less from you.
You have beaten me. Then I leave the fate of this land with you.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Thank you for your help. We barely made it through.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. Inspire us all.
Fight me now, for glory!
You're worthless. The mind shall vanquish the sword. This is the final stage of the battle. Find Cao Cao. Bring down this so-called hero of chaos.
None can stand against you! You can't just leave a base unmanned! Fortify the defenses of any that are in danger of falling!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
It is the fate of a warrior to test himself against those stronger than him. Master Cao Cao, I challenge you. And for this you join Sima Yi? Shuhua, I know not whether to praise your determination or laugh at your foolishness.
There you are! Welcome to your graves!
Ignore them. They are of no relevance. Forward!
Let's go. There's nothing left but to advance.
Fight me now, for glory!
Here it comes! The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well!
This is not how I hoped things would play out.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
father. Has one of your dogs broken its leash? You wretched ingrates! I shall punish you!
You have no one to accompany you? Then die!
I see that the men grow wearier with each step. Perhaps we should rest for the time being.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Oh, they're even stronger than I thought!
Sima Yi, so this is your choice. You will not gain the land by being so hasty.
I would gain nothing by waiting for Lord Cao Cao to die. And if you don't understand that, then be gone.
Allow me to test your resolve.
Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
What am I going to do with you? We cannot allow this enemy to live another day. The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back. It appears the resistance is futile.
You think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back. The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back. Wait, I
can't lose. I just can't.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Let me show you what I've got planned. Start the advance.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
The mind shall vanquish the sword. Time to put this base to use in realizing my strategies.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well!
Your skills are simply magnificent.
Thank you for your help. We barely made it through.
Here it comes. You're worthless.
You thought you could escape? Now stop and face it!
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
You're worthless.
I suppose death is something even I cannot overcome.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well. We cannot allow this enemy to live another day.
We're being driven back. We need to try and muster up a counterattack.
Let's meet up with our allies here.
So ashamed. I am glad you came. So you would bear the weight of a new age, Sima Yi. Let us see if you are worthy.
If I'm worthy, who gives you the right? I shall overcome your pride and make this world my own.
Yeah, I'm gonna squash you!
The mind shall vanquish the sword. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
So, it is not me.
Die!
I trust you. that will be, Sima.
The mind shall vanquish the sword. You are the one that showed me this path. I thank you. Now farewell. Just as I anticipated.
Was I nothing more than a means to an end? A doorway by which your talent and ambition could pass, take shape and reach into the land? Then, that is as it must be too. Sima Yi, you must heed my final order. Build a world such as none ever seen before.
Appropriately arrogant to the end. And yet, I shall remember this admonishment of yours without fail. I shall create a world, one that is magnificent. A world that you could never have conceived of.
We have silenced most of the rebels. The chaos is nearly over, isn't it, Father? And now the Sima family can rule a peaceful land.
Are you a fool? Zhao, have you learned nothing from your time with me on the battlefield? Being my child, the fact that we share the same bloodline, doesn't make you worthy to rule. You must refine yourself, master your talent, make yourself worthy of governing this land. One who would rule all others must soar higher than those he would rule. Is that not so, my lord Cao Cao?